Hi. Welcome to episode 2 of Confessions of an E.BOSS Before You Hire a VA Part 2, Getting Your Processes in Order. Let me introduce myself again. I am Bianca Grant. I am the owner and principal E.BOSS of Virtual Business Services of Texas, where we help education businesses and nonprofits streamline their operations for success through business process and systems consulting, business automation, tech support, and social media admin services. This show is titled Confessions of an E-Boss. E-Boss stands for Edu-Business Back Office Support Specialist. This show is my labor of love to offer free advice and insight into back office structure, processes, systems, and technology for those who may find this aspect of business daunting. I have over 20 years of experience in working in both the private and education sector as both an educator, and a paraprofessional. And I really do thrive on learning how things work in technology so that we can make them work for your business. So let's dig in. Last time we talked about setting up processes before you hire a VA or a virtual assistant or any virtual support for that matter, that you need to kind of know what you're doing in your business, of what you don't want to do, what you don't have the skill set for, and getting those things down on paper and making sure that you have a clear vision of what you're doing every day in your business, what your admin tasks are each and every day in your business. So this week we're going to talk about getting your processes in order. And that will help you before you hire a virtual assistant or any virtual support so that you know how you complete a task, how you want it to look when it's done, and how you want the process of that being reported to you. So first, let's talk about processes. And when you think about being a service-based education business or offering of service-based nonprofit services in your community, you have different processes that you have to go through each day. So, for example, if you're an educational consultant or a coach or an instructional designer, you probably have a list of clients. So how do you onboard those clients? That's a process. How do you set up invoicing for those clients? That's a process. Of how do you offboard those clients? That's a process. How do you set up meetings with that client? That's a process. So what you want to do is you want to go get a piece of paper, or if you're into digital notes, take notes and map out those processes one by one. What happens when you onboard someone? What happens when you post social media into your social media scheduler? Those things like that. Put them on paper and write them down. And then you want to think about the systems that you use to do that. Is everything manual? Do you have pieces of it automated? Do you want to automate pieces of it? So as you write down, you can say, I use this social media scheduler, or I use this calendar, or I want to use something different. I want to incorporate something different into this before I hand it over to someone else, before I delegate it out. And just write all of those down. That's just the bare bones of getting it down and out. And one of the best ways that I suggest to actually walk through a process after you've written it down and after you've identified systems that you use is to record it. So say you're onboarding a client. Get on your computer and record yourself doing it from step one to the end. What does that look like? And then that'll give you a clear picture of, are some of those processes or steps broken? Do you want to fix it? Do you want whoever you hand it off to find a better way to do it for you? And that will be really helpful once you have, what do I do? What systems I use and how am I doing it? It's kind of like watching yourself work. And then if you see that recording, you'll be like, oh, well, maybe I want to do this different, or maybe I want to have the person that's going to do this for me do it different, or make some suggestions for me to do it different. So those are the 3 steps when you're getting your processes in order before you bring on a virtual assistant or virtual support. What are the processes? Write them down step by step. What do you do from beginning to end? Then, what systems are you using? Are you using any systems? Is everything manual? Think about if you want that to be different. Um, and then record it. Record it so that you can see what you're doing each and every day. Sometimes we have to get stuff done in our business, and especially if we're working solo, we just get it done, but we're not thinking about what it actually looks like to go through the whole process of doing it. Once you do those things, you're now well on your way to finding the perfect match for you to bring on to your business, to your education business or nonprofit. And you can also kind of see where you see any gaps or bottlenecks in the process that you currently use. So it is a twofold help in that way. That brings us to the end of this episode. Before you hire a VA part 2, getting your processes in order. If you have any questions or would like to see about getting some assistance in setting up your processes or navigating through the systems that you use, or even asking questions about certain systems to use in your education business or nonprofit, please schedule a free discovery call right there. It is scrolling down across the bottom of the page, and we would love to chat with you. Our next episode will be about automation. So we went through the first part. You wrote down everything you have to do in your business each day. You wrote down how you're doing it, and you even recorded yourself doing it. And next, we're going to talk about automating some pieces of that. So the next episode will be Before You Hire a VA, Part 3, Automation. And we hope to see you guys there. Thanks. Have a great day.